In the remote swamplands of Tambana Village, a quiet revolution is unfolding, led by women whose strength defines the mood beneath their feet and the sun above their heads. These women are not just farming, they are fighting for survival, for dignity, and for recognition. As the cultivation deepens and their fields flooded, their call grows louder. Equip us, support us, and we will feed ourselves. Despite the backbreaking labor and the unforgiving terrain, rice cultivation remains the lifeline of Tambana's women. With soaked garments clinging to their skin and feet sinking into the waterlogged fields, they press on, driven by the hope of feeding their families and sustain their community. But their efforts are stifled by a lack of support and resources. Fatu Diba, a leading voice in the village, voiced her frustration.
We are doing our best, but lack of materials and fertilizers. If we had tractors and fertilizers, we would be very happy. I want to extend my farm, but lack of materials is the problem. Otherwise, we could cultivate more than 2 farms each.
Muskeba Sabu echoed this sentiment.
We want rice cultivation, but lack of support is hindering the vast expansion we need. Feeding could be much easier if we had tractors and fertilizers.
The women of Tamana are not asking for handouts, they are demanding the tools to thrive. Their rice fields stretch wide, yet productivity remains low due to the absence of basic agricultural machinery. Without tractors to plow before the rains, fertilizer to enrich the soil, or a pounding machine to separate the grain from husk, their work remains painfully manual and inefficient. Mbalin Dabo added her voice to the growing chorus, emphasizing that agriculture is not just a tradition, it is the backbone of food security in the Gambia. And rice, the most consumed staple in the country, deserves more than just sweat and sacrifice. It deserves investment.
You see all the rice. We are doing everything with our bare hands. If we had support, we could double our harvest. Now, we used to have enough rain. We need agricultural tools with fertilizers and tractors.
In the flooded rice field of Tambana Village, a haunting rhyme echoes across the swamps. The clatter of bowls, the cries of women, and the flapping of wings as birds scatter. These sounds are the only defense Tamana's women have against flocks of birds that threaten to devour their hard-earned harvest. Mapenda Juve, clad in her traditional Manyo attire, shared her personal sacrifice and experience.
I have been working since my late mother's time. Sometimes we harvest 30 to 40 bags of rice. We want to increase that, but we need support, fertilizers, and tractors.
With their feet submerged in waterlogged soil and backs bent under the weight of labor, the women of Tamana are calling for urgent agricultural support. Their rice fields are vast, vital and vulnerable, yet they remain largely unsupported, relying on manual labor and sheer determination to cultivate the country's most consumed staple. Even the men, traditionally engaged in other farming like groundnuts, millets and melon, have begun to step into the rice field.
We have rice farms, but lack of materials and machines is disturbing us. If we get support, we can generate more rice here in Tambana. When the rice ripens, we come to help our mothers harvest. If not, they will lose a lot. There is no means to harvest except manually, and they can't do it alone.
To it, Tamana's women live by this grit, but without the means to grow enough, the cycle of poverty and food insecurity continues. Their story is not just about rice, it's about resilience, unity, and the unyielding spirit of women who refuse to be defeated by mood, water, or neglect. The lack of mechanization is not just a burden, it's a barrier. Tamana's women farmers say they need tractors, pounding machines, fertilizers, and basic agricultural chemicals to boost yields and reduce post-harvest losses. Without them, the cycle of poverty and food insecurity deepens. Agriculture remains the most reliable path to food sufficiency in the Gambia, but for Tamana's women, it's more than policy. If support arrives, Tamana's field could flourish. Until then, the women will keep fighting with mood on their hands and hope in their hearts. For Star TV, this is Omar Job.